Section 17 of Article 2 provides a holistic vision for Philippine nation building. Education and culture are not treated as secondary concerns, but as constitutional priorities. The framers of the Constitution recognized that without knowledge, identity, and creativity, there can be no real progress. Three objectives stand out. First, to strengthen patriotism and nationalism. Second, to accelerate social progress. And third, to promote total human liberation and development. This is a transformative mandate. Education and culture are not only about skill acquisition, but about forming critical, free, and socially responsible citizens. The purpose of this state policy is threefold: foster patriotism and nationalism. Education and culture must strengthen Filipino identity, anchoring knowledge in love of country and civic duty. Second, accelerate social progress. Science and technology are drivers of development, essential for fighting poverty and uplifting society. Third, promote total human liberation and development. Education should form well-rounded individuals, not just skilled workers. It must nurture free and critical thinkers, capable of shaping themselves and society. This provision reflects the Constitution's human-centered vision of development. The Constitution requires an integrated system of education. Integration means the system must be coherent, responsive, and relevant to the national needs. This is operationalized by Republic Act number 10533, or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, which established the K-12 program. Its goal is not only literacy, but also to produce graduates who are empowered lifelong learners, globally competitive, and socially responsible. Education is thus seen as a tool for both individual empowerment and nation building. The Supreme Court in the Philippine Merchant Marine School versus Court of Appeals case upheld that government authorization is a constitutional requirement. Education is too vital to be left unregulated. Schools must prove compliance with minimum standards in curriculum, also in facilities, and in faculty. This regulation is not an infringement of academic freedom, but a safeguard against substandard institutions that exploit students. The rationale is simple. Is Quality education is a public interest that the state must protect. The state regulation of education is an exercise of police power. While the Constitution upholds the right to choose one's profession, this is not absolute. It is subject to reasonable regulation to protect the health, the safety, the morals, and the general welfare of society. In the case of PRC versus De Guzman, the court stressed that licensing and examinations are valid safeguards. Just as unqualified doctors cannot be allowed to practice medicine, substandard schools cannot be allowed to operate. Regulation ensures that education serves the common good rather than private exploitation. Section 17 does not focus only on education. It embraces arts, culture, science, technology, and sports as equal pillars of national development. Arts and culture preserve our heritage and strengthen Filipino identity. Science and technology are engines of innovation and economic growth. Sports promote discipline, health, and unity, cultivating values essential for citizenship. Together, these elements embody a holistic human development framework, ensuring Filipinos are not just knowledgeable, but also creative, patriotic, and socially responsible. To close, Section 17, Article 2 positions education, science, technology, arts, culture, and sports as central to nation building. The state must prioritize and regulate them to ensure they contribute to the common good. Through integration, quality standards, and policy power regulation, education becomes a liberating force, empowering individuals and safeguarding society. Ultimately, the Constitution envisions a holistic Filipino citizen, knowledgeable, skilled, creative, patriotic, and socially responsible, capable of leading the nation toward justice and progress.